This is our Tennessee walking horse, filly. It's Easter morning. We call her Lily, and Eric's working on. He's working on her getting her like keeping a speed. Like when he asks her to canter, just keep it without having to continue to cue her. And he's also doing a little bit of turning with her. But right now, this is kind of like the gas pedal, teaching them to have a gas pedal, or like a more like a maybe like a cruise control kind of thing. And what's really good about this exercise, or this when you start training a horse like this, is one of the things that a lot of horses will do is when you speed them up, they get worried, and I think it has to do with some of the noises and sounds and things flapping and whatever. They get nervous and they tend to keep speeding up and speeding up, and then what have people end up pulling on them and to slow them down. I know myself, I've been guilty of that. And so like in the round pen like this, what's really nice is Eric they really can't go anywhere, so he's able to get her to maintain her speed, so so you hear him, he's saying keep going, keep going, keep going. And what's another cool thing about this is when you do this with him, like, and you'll see he'll probably do this. Sorry, right there. Just as I was thinking, stopping. Like he stopped riding and leaned back in his seat, and she stopped. And so if you get a horse that doesn't want to stop, get them to go. And then when they want to stop, go, no, let's keep going. No, let's keep going. Let's keep going. You're fine. And when you do that, then when you want them to stop, they'll stop. And because their mind is thinking stop. It's really hard to train a horse to stop when it's thinking forward, like, so you might as well, if they're thinking forward, go, oh, okay, you want to go, let's go. And then you go forward more than they want to go forward. And then they go, hey, let's stop. And you go, no, let's keep going forward. And you keep doing it. And then when you do offer the stop cue, the chances are is they'll stop better. And as you can see, we start all our horses in rope halters, and we just tie reins with a rope. And this way you're not in their mouth or anything like that. And they learn a lot of their first cues and stuff, and all your lateral stuff, which is side to side and all that. Biggest thing is you're protecting their mouth and you're staying out of their mouth. Find if you do it this way, horse is a lot calmer. Last thing you need is to pull too hard on a rein or something when you have a bit in their mouth and cause some sort of pain, and then they get worried and panicked over that. You don't want that. And so we do the groundwork in a rope halter with a lead rope. And so then and you've seen us in our other videos talk about the exercises on the ground are directly transferable to the saddle. And so when we've done our groundwork with them, we hop in the saddle. It's an easy connection. They're like, oh, okay, I get this. And then we only move out of this, the rope halter, when we're looking to get lighter, even more subtle. And so then we'll put a snaffle bit in, and we use, like, Pat Puckett has one he calls the missing link. We use that one, or I use a Myler one. And what we'll do is when we put that on him, we'll have the rope halter and the reins on him too at the same time. And we'll just ride them with the rope halter with the snaffle bit hanging there, on their headstall, and then we'll be using the rope halter reins as a cue. And then what we do is then we'll start, once they get comfortable with that, then we'll start picking up both of them. We'll do the reins that are attached to the snaffle bit and the reins that are attached to the halter at the same time. That way they can start to make, oh, okay, there's association. All right, I see what that means. And then once they get good at that, then you'll start doing more of it with the bit. And whenever you need to get, I don't know, more obvious with your cue, you'd go back to the rope halter, and then you'd go back. We end up going back and forth, and then before you know, we end up just going with the snaffle bit, and then we do that, and for a while until they get really good with that and moving off your body and everything, and then we'll go like you saw. I think you saw Ed's Golden Girl with the shank bit in there. But it's not because they need it, it's because we're trying to get even more subtle with the cues and ride more off our body. And it's just to be less intrusive, not the opposite. Different philosophy altogether. That's what I like so much about the California style or the vaquero style of horseback riding and horse training. You really get a horse that's just calm, relaxed, super duper. I mean, they're like, like a sports car or a Cadillac or something. They're just really great. When you ride a horse that's been trained in this manner, there's no comparison. It's hard to go back. And so that's what we're doing here. We're students of that training discipline and riding discipline. And there's guys who do that, like your famous guys like Buck Brannaman, Pat Puckett. He's kind of a hidden gem out there. You should check out his YouTube channel. It's great. Anyhow, that's what we're doing.